You're live.
Is it live?
Yes, sir. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
An auspicious.
Yeah, just checking the mic's working. Hopefully everyone's followed the new link to the second half of the comp, or the last third of the comp, maybe.
Yeah, if you don't have the link, then you can't hear this. So
Yep.
there's not much we can do. It's on the AIDA. It's on Into the Unknown website.
So the athletes have just heard 1:30 for their countdown. We have Fitri and Benoit diving again. Then Choon is skipping it this one. Sometimes, I mean, 2 dives, only 2 max attempts in a day is a lot. So I'm not sure how many of the athletes will be going again. As we heard from Florian at the end of last session, I spoke to him. He's taking the afternoon dive really as training rather than a max attempt.
Why is it?
I don't know. You might see some other athletes if they've done a big dive in the morning, maybe doing a slightly smaller dive in the afternoon.
You need it's upside down. You need to flip it.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's
You need to point it down.
down a bit. Thanks. But for those athletes who weren't happy with the dive in the morning,
Leave it
obviously
until
got
after the turn.
opportunity to
Never get in the water within a few
something
minutes.
more. Yeah, to me. And I'm really attack.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Fitri rolling over and keeping her feet on the noodle. That's what you did this morning.
Yes,
It's quite skillful.
Yeah.
You gotta roll over and still keep your feet on the noodle.
that was smooth.
That would stress me out too much. I wouldn't want to try and balance like that. So Ben this morning we do it with an 850, which he was really pleased with. Big competition PB. In the interview after he talked about trying to bring his competition dives like up to where he is in training to get over those comp nerves. And obviously at work this morning, every did whatever the format helped. So screen noise good thanks. She came from Max this afternoon. I can't and then I can see it in the background. I think we recorded from this thing. Actually, our crew had a decent dive this morning. Any chance that we can bring up the results from the first heat? This thing is thinking for some reason now. Okay, got it. Static aptitude. So yeah, feature you did a 505 this one.
You want to tell them I'm thinking. What time's my OT?
150. Just do it, Tom. Hey, how you doing? Your mic? Let's start it. Well, how's your judging been?
In progress.
Yes.
It's white coffee.
Nice. Clean. That's good.
Consider that 115 degrees again.
It's hunk. Are we on?
Yeah. You're on? Yeah.
Right.
It's white coffee.
Yeah, there's a 30-second.
Going up for
It's just started.
230. Yeah.
Change.
Cannot change.
And really
Here, can you change up here?
it's motionless, it's relaxed. See Florian just
Yeah, that's big.
Right now? You're moving around a little bit.
It's low like some brand.
You know,
We have to just leave it on the scene. Something we can do. We stop the feed. It will stop.
Yep.
So it's something.
And
Just read it to
the sun's out for the afternoon
Read it
session.
to
Obviously, it was
Affandi.
cloudy and rainy this morning. So you see, Fitri's got an umbrella over her just to try and keep her a bit cool.
Camera's working, but not working.
Obviously, you're not submerged static, so you're in the sun, and with a wetsuit on, it can get pretty warm, which doesn't help with dive.
No, I don't have that multi. Someone.
Still spinning.
I have so many like
Is it still spinning?
they want.
So, just at 4 minutes now.
Yeah.
See, Fitri
It's going up.
on the wall and stretching a bit,
It's not frozen.
and now she's standing up, and she's come up. So, pretty quick end to her dive there versus this morning. Yeah, it's hard to really push for a max twice, especially if you're really happy with your first result. Then obviously hard to push again when it gets to that kind of struggle phase. So it looks like she wasn't enjoying that one as much as this morning, and I didn't feel like she was gonna beat her dive this morning. Sensations were just not as good. I know some of these athletes might have eaten in between dives, and obviously that's not that helpful for static. But it's quite a long time to go without eating if you're not going to eat something. So white card for her. Relatively easier dive.
For the likes.
And Ben, coming up to 5 minutes, or 5 minutes. Ben's still looking really nice and relaxed. No movement at all.
Something like that.
I think it's go either way for Ben actually. He seems really happy and confident after his dive this morning. That could give him a boost to really push this afternoon. Or it might have been quite draining. It might be hard to summon that effort again in the afternoon. Stress on the nervous system. I think it was quite clean though, as I recall from the morning, so it might have been as stressful as it might have been. So we're coming up now. So yeah, 8 minutes. Oh, sorry, 760 graphic.
No, that's PB.
This is PV. Yeah. Okay. But no longer anymore, right?
Yeah.
No PV.
It's all
Yeah.
PB.
So this the 755 you can see on screen is PV as of this morning. Well, this morning, but now it's 8:50 after the dive earlier today. Just link its hands together. Order. It's coming up to 7 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, it's warmer this afternoon, but it's been some Phuket as used to sun. Feet in the water. He's got one hand up now at 7:30. Yeah, that's not far off where he had the hand up on his dive this morning. Later on, he had two hands up and he was rocking himself back and forward in order to help him relax. So he got his feet up now, 8 minutes. So yeah, looks like it's not going to push quite as far, and he's up. So just a solid 8 minutes there. So seems like it's just using it maybe as a training dive in the afternoon today, and we'll go again for a max tomorrow morning. Similar to what Florian was saying. That's how he's going to approach it this afternoon. That he's going to do max attempts in the morning, and then kind of long, but sub-maximal efforts in the afternoon. Getting used to the pool, used to the setup, being able to training my body to hold its breath. But yeah, solid dive from Ben, very clean and easy at the end there. It looked like he was pushing as hard as he could have. I expect it's going to be a white card.
Indeed, a white card.
Yeah, and he's been awarded a white card.
I'm just gonna
Do live. Okay. So up next we have Cecilia, Afiza, and Aaron. Checking if all the athletes are diving again. So Afiza is not, right? Yeah. So double OT in a day is not usual for a competition. So some athletes just happy with the dive they did in the morning, doing 1 OT a day. Cecilia, yeah, I don't think she was super happy with her dive this morning. She mentioned that she was used to the rain, be a bit distracting. Some people like it.
you can mark him as
Don't.
yes person.
She had an umbrella
Be white,
block some of that, but also that she was cold. So she mentioned she was going to try to pick a wetsuit for the afternoon session. But given that it's a lot hotter, I don't know if she's actually just going to stick with the same wetsuit. But we'll see. She's going to hopefully perform better than she did this morning. Aaron, I'm not sure. We'll see. Judging on what we heard from Florian, what we saw rather than Ben, then maybe Aaron's going to use this more as a training dive as well. Let's do something a little bit sub-maximal. So pleased to see the official results. Fitri got a 4:13 with a white. We'll say they're a bit shorter than what she did this morning. Ben with an 8:02, also a bit shorter, like 50 seconds less than what he did this morning. But 7 seconds more than he previously done in the comp until this morning. So not a short dive for him by any means, but not really pushing to his limit, I think.
Just stop cute to see. Thank you. Hi.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so see Cecilia is having a bit of a snooze by the side of the pool, getting ready. Oh, wait, no.
So what I realized that Cecilia, on her first call, she did a trial hold and then she did a PB on her second. Is this kind of setup for her?
Yeah, well, she mentioned she wasn't comfortable with the rain and the temperature this morning, so I don't know if she switched her wetsuit up or if weather's got hotter, so she'll keep the same suit. And Aaron, I'm not sure. He's gonna push again. Did you watch Ben's dive just now?
No.
I mean, he did 8:02. So 50 seconds off what he did this morning. So it seems like I don't know if he was deliberately not going to push or if but Florian was saying he was going to use the afternoon more as training. So I think since maybe Aaron's going to do something similar. good for long runs.
That makes sense. It's so hard to push on a thick, long dive during the siege. I mean, like I'm not going to see what's
Yeah.
And what is on your phone?
And
the
if
computer.
you're 3-day comp, right,
Receive the call.
two
Computer's fine.
full max of 10 days, it's not really sustainable. Push yourself fit. Oh, there's no rest day, right? I mean, in the world, I mean, it's a bit different in static and dynamic. It's the black bit that you get from dynamic, but in those big competitions like the world champs, you get 2 days on and a rest day, another 2 days on. It's 3 days straight. But there's still that kind of like mentally being able to push yourself, central nervous system stress from really going to a max if you're kind of like having mild sandwich, that sort of thing. So it's very hard to do that 6 times in 3 days. So we'll see how the athletes kind of manage like their OTs when they go hard and when they use it more as like training, get accustomed to all, etc. Just try out different needs. So try out different warm up for help.
Wanting to try it. Warm up. But to remember my last one, of lighting, and did a decent morning. And then the second one, myself. So it's either you do first, I mean, it's a warm up for a bigger
Yeah, or you just sort of try the first one, and if it's not going well, you come early. And
Yeah.
save yourself for the second one, see how it goes. Just knowing you've got that one in reserve. Yeah, if you really push the max in the first one, it's really hard to
get
do that.
It's going to show the results again.
the difference from you.
Oh, well, well, yeah.
This one from either advertising
Yeah. Not a sponsor.
or but I like this. They're very insulated.
We are how far away from the OT? 4 minutes away from the second round of OTs. We do have a lot of sponsors actually.
When or not.
We get Tom to introduce me at some point later. Yeah, you can see them at the bottom of the screen there. Some local freediving clubs, as well as some other diving needs and protein drink. Right?
Yes.
They do really good Dutch chocolate. It's my favorite. I'm not going to say that.
Well, they're sponsoring
Yeah,
us, so
sponsoring.
why
They actually got some really good stuff. They've got like another one which is like cinnamon something, I think. I don't know. The gyms I go to, they used to stock it in the fridge there. The gym I used to go to, rather. Yeah, I rate it. It's good. It's a Singapore company.
Right.
So, I thought that was a real countdown, but it's Tom's training countdown. Yeah.
Next up is Aaron. No, Cecilia.
Let's do it together. Right, thanks.
Thank you.
So Cecilia doesn't seem to be doing many warm-up dives, right? Just seems to be just like relaxed. Cool. I didn't see that Aaron was doing many warm-up areas outside.
Cecilia training, if she tries to put her mind like, trying to put it on the side and she doesn't get it, she will keep trying. But,
Sector right. Okay. What's her PB?
fine. I could be wrong.
At 5:11. And then this morning, she did a 3:57.
130 seconds.
Pretty short of what she wanted. So, right at the start.
Great one.
So,
Sure.
One minute.
1 minute left. Let's leave.
I think it's terrible.
The weather changed from this morning. Humid now.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty warm.
This morning, getting into the water felt like hotter in the water.
Definitely gonna feel that way around now. It's gonna feel cooler in the water. You say there's been no wind anymore. Hopefully it's like even more used to. Some people enjoy the rain, right? But it's, this is more what people are used to from training. Maybe a bit more, right? Okay.
Official time.
Okay, so season bears down to 2+2.
6, 7,
Cecilia getting down at +8.
10.
Both just on time. Cecilia going for an umbrella again, but this time from the sun. From the rain this morning.
I personally like the rain.
Yeah.
Gives me take a rain. How about you?
I don't know. I mean, with the rain we get here in Singapore, sometimes it's like a bit loud on your bit. I'm not wearing it, it's okay. But then the other thing you get here in Singapore is that the rain is like oftentimes accompanied by lightning warnings that you have to get out of the pool. So then when it starts raining on you, you think, oh no, they're going to kick us out of the pool. So then sometimes that can be a bit distracting from the whole. Yeah, but like this morning, like the gentle rain like that, yeah, nice. My favorite thing is surfing. Right? Yeah, it's good. It's like the whole sea's just like alive. That's
I have like
it's not quite the same. It's not really in the water. All right, so coming up for 1:30. Neither of them using any noodles or anything, right? Or it's just kind of like decently floaty themselves. They don't need any assistance. It's kind of just great body position. Generally, with statics, it's a little bit more comfortable if your body is straight. If your legs are too heavy and they sink down, you can round your back, kind of compress your lungs and force a bit of pressure on your throat. Because you're trying to keep a lung full of air. Yeah, just squeezing your lungs to push the air out. But then also like the contractions can feel like not so pleasant if you're curled over, and then contractions are forcing uncomfortable. You're nice and stretched out. Contractions can feel a bit manageable.
you personally have thinking.
I do, yeah. But now I have a 3 mm next to, which helps a lot. Yeah.
Like you be in the position that you like.
Pretty much, yeah. I used to use a noodle, but then sometimes a bit awkward with the noodle. When it's not in the position you want, it will like slip and down on your suit, distract you with the back. Because if the noodle's like on your belly, it's like comfortable to protection. So I sort of try to keep it on the hip, but then it rolls off and that kind of stuff. So it's much nicer if you can just have a suit that works. But again, in Singapore, like 3mm suits are a bit warm sometimes. So
I disagree
oh, really,
because I wear a bottom.
yeah,
And that works well for me.
but not a 5mm top, right?
Uh, But also the bottom makes my legs look like that. Well,
Yeah, I mean, static suits, wetsuits, pretty different, I think, to dynamic. Obviously, you don't really care so much if they're slick, but then also you might size them differently. Yeah, see Cecilia just touching the wall already at 345, 350, but it looks like she's coming up. Just looks like she's just grabbing the wall a bit. There you go, she's back down. So maybe just stretching as the contractions kind of get hard. Sometimes it's nice to grab the wall and just stretch out your diaphragm a bit, just to make the contractions feel a little less intense.
same with Aaron. Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron's grabbed the wall as well. 4 minutes. So Aaron this morning did a 6:52. So oh, and Cecilia really is moving towards the exit now. I think. I know she's putting her legs back up again. And her hands back down again.
Lost.
Okay, so she's
A
like
lot again.
up and down off the wall here. Maybe that just helps to distract herself. And Aaron is also pushing away from the ball and stretching. Yeah. So neither of the athletes looking like super comfy, but
Aaron.
Aaron's he's going to come out soon. So he's done 5, and the way that Florian was counting him down there, it looked like he really had planned to do 5 minutes. So yeah, nearly 2 minutes shy of what he did this morning. But it just looks like he's taking it as a training dive. And so we look at Cecilia. She's safety's asking her to flick her finger to check that she's still aware, reacting quickly. Yeah. Through 5:15, 5:20. So just getting like a really good time for her.
I'll pass her feeling.
It's the PB. There we go. And she's reacting well, it looks like, still to the calls for finger flicks from her coach. 5:35. She's coming up. She's not quite got her feet underneath her when she came up there, but she's to be recovering really well. I'm just waiting before she moves her goggles. That's good. She's really in control there. Nice. So, yeah, a little bit, almost looked like a slightly rushed exit with her feet not really set. Actually, once she was up, she looked really solid, though. She paused and waited with her hands on her goggles. It seemed pretty easy for her in the end, and much better result than this morning, right? So, like a PB by 30 seconds, still looking pretty fresh, and nearly 2 minutes longer than she did she tried this morning. So that's a great result.
Really great.
I don't know where that puts her in terms of national ranking even. It's a 5:11 that she had previously, put her at number 3.
Let me check.
All right, some research. We've only had one national record so far today, which was Dimitri beating. Guess who he beat for that?
We all know.
Beat his own previous national record. Yeah, so here's the results from this morning. Dimitri getting a 2:72, which was a national record. These are the dynamic dives. Everyone else, good dives, but no other national records. But yeah, that might have been one for Cecilia.
5:30.
Okay, so we see the results there. Aaron, like I say, really counted down to 5 minutes, so it's like a training dive for him there. Definitely not pushing it. Since he was counted down, I don't even think he wasn't enjoying it. I think that was just a plan to do a nice
Nice
5
training.
minute hold, yeah. And Cecilia with a 5:42.
Which is second in the season.
Second, is it? What do you need to be converted?
That would be
Okay.
14.
Okay.
7 here.
Yeah, a little way off. But yeah, still an excellent dive for her there.
Yeah, and Cecilia also
The-
started freediving.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I think so. PB and a comp PB and yeah, an extra 30 seconds on your previous competition best. Yeah, much better than this morning, so happy with that. So move on to the next heat. Well, coming up, we have Tom Way, and
Thiam.
that. No, I think it's just Tom.
Yeah, just him.
Yeah, I think Thiam and Garth are both DNSs. I don't think we had Garth over to chat about his dive, but I briefly spoke to him. Obviously, I mentioned this morning that Garth's dive was a fair bit shorter than he would normally do in training and then his previous comp. And he's been experimenting with fasting this week, and I think just didn't have great sensations on his dive.
Yeah.
So he has decided to. Oh, it's sat in the background actually. Right. You want to come and chat? Right, I didn't want to be. I'd rather not talking about you when you were within earshot. Probably just talk to you.
That's all right. No, I was gonna say.
So how was your dive? What's the shocker? Yeah. What went wrong?
So warm up was all right, but we were a little bit short of time. So transitioning into the window, I got cold, so I was shivering during the warm up.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But I think the biggest factor was the fasting this week.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Florian after, I'm going to get break it down.
Yeah, yeah. Many the day before. I'll tell you.
So this was an experiment, and the outcome of the experiment was that.
Yeah. My understanding is you fast for a long time and then you eat just before. Although I've heard other things that like there's not much difference between like a 24-hour fast and a 3-day fast. Like anything in that medium, it's not much use.
I mean,
Like over 3 days is good, up to 24 hours is good, but like 24 to 48 hours or 72 hours is all kind of roughly the same. But yeah, definitely like something to eat the day before just to get your blood sugar levels back.
Yeah, just to restore your state. So that, yeah.
You trying again tomorrow? No. You're done. One and done.
Well, the experiment doesn't need to be replicated.
Yeah. But why not?
If the fast continues, that's
Well, but maybe you eat tonight and then.
yeah. If I was to break, then maybe it would be twice a month.
Okay.
But I want to continue.
You want to continue fast, but for non-freediving related purposes.
Yeah, it was never for the free, like it was just a coincidence of events.
Ah, I see. I see.
Because I was at training last week, and it was 6 minutes each way.
Right.
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, which I've forgotten." So I just
Okay. Okay. So how long are you fasting for?
well, once you make it past 3 days, and- because the worst symptoms are 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, yeah. What's the objective?
Just to maintain the healing process.
Ah.
The longer you fast, the longer the body has to rest and recover.
Yeah, well, that autophagy.
And I look forward to seeing the results of that. And then when I break fast, then it's back to training for the Australian National Junior Team.
When's that?
Not. So I've got plenty of time.
Okay, yeah.
I speak to Tom at the tennis.
Okay. Good stuff. All right, yeah, I assume that your fast was for the diving, but no. Okay. Right.
Just a coincidence.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, as we say, it's no point in going again tomorrow though if you're still fasting. It's not going to work. So we've got Tom coming up next. You've been training with Tom a lot recently?
I haven't. But this, because he hasn't had his 2 hours to finish it, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you think this is?
I don't know. I'm imagining not well, but we'll see. Tom famously has one of the longest warm-ups in the world. He jokes that he starts warming up the night before, but he has been very busy putting this competition together. As you can see, if you're watching the live stream, quality of the live stream and the number of cameras, and especially as we had earlier with the dynamic, it's a lot of work. A lot of work getting sponsors together. So I think he had about 3 hours sleep last night, and he missed his dive this morning just because he didn't have time to prepare. So he's had, I mean, like we've been watching him just warm up in front of us here. So he's definitely done his warm up dives. Not sure he's done as much as he would like to, as he normally do. But I think, you know, he's entered GetECstatic for 3 days, right? So he's got, after this, potentially another 4 dives. So I doubt he's going to relax today, or see how it goes. Just want to see what form he's in, maybe. I think Tom likes, he's done that before, anyway, right? Multi-day. He's done a couple of days of static, done like a solid one for day one. Where if he gets to 6 with good sensations, then hopefully we'll keep that and push it at the end and get through those bad sensations. I mentioned earlier that Tom has some of the latest contractions, very, very different to yourself.
Yeah, I couldn't
You're-
believe it when he
yeah,
shared.
yeah.
That's great.
Yours come earlier than me.
I'm like, train me how to train me.
Yeah, I mean, what have you done with PB now?
So it's over 7. But the first sensation is quite low. But that's where I mark it.
And when does that start?
And that can be between 2:30 to 3.
Right.
But then to give today as an example, it was at 1:40.
Right.
So it was well outside of range.
So you're doing like 4 or 5 minutes of contraction over a long holds. It's a lot. Whereas Tom is doing, I don't know anymore, but you know,
But if he's getting
2
4 or
minutes.
5, because you get out to 6,
That's
because he can do it.
Yeah, and I think he's sometimes he has contraction starting at 6 minutes. I mean, he blocks them as well, so I'm not sure if that means starting after he's given up blocking.
Yeah.
Or if that's like, the first kind of like arrival before he starts to block. But yeah, he's certainly kind of his objective is to go for a long time without contractions.
To keep it interesting for the viewers, it's at a line at 7:30. Are you over this one?
Maybe. It's a tough one. See, I I think probably under. Just don't. But the things with Tom is that I haven't spoken to him about the start, but I think if you want over 7:30, then I think you push as far as it's really.
Yeah.
I think with Tom the way he manages it, that if he's going under 7:30, he's probably going to come up with 6 or 6:30, something like that. It's me like if he gets to 7:30, but he's really going up.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, I think with the level of the competition in some of the big cities, that you have nowhere to run,
Yeah.
and you want to show that this is my event, it's my house, and I can lay it here.
All right.
So I'm like,
He wasn't like fully committed to this. He said he might do the dive in the afternoon, but obviously he's doing it now, so he goes for it. Some people say like, you know, being tired is good for staying. I'm never really sure. I feel like being sleepy is good, but that's not the same as being tired. For me, if I'm tired, sometimes I'm like too alert, can't relax. We'll see after 3 hours sleep, see how it's feeling.
definitely get some sleep at 7. Now, I'm surprised he doesn't do CO2 tables, which the point of Garth being tired, I think actually has an impact on CO2 percent. Because you talk like 5, 3:30, 2 gets at 20.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to the 5th, it's all yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, the 4th one's pure. But something switches off in the calculator, so I'm not going to drive it. And you did that.
Yeah, it's something like the CO2 is like it's just getting bored of sending the same signals, right? It's always getting numb to it. It stops being so stressful. Which is why, you know, people do a lot of warm-ups, or some people do a lot of warm-ups and statics. Just, yeah.
But that's what was fighting that CO2 today. Very few of us.
I don't know.
Disagree? Oh, here's another one for the viewers at home. Over to under CO2.
I'm usually about to the O2 in a comp. But then you're right in a way though, is that if my CO2 tolerance is better, then I'd add more O2. consumes O2, picks up more stress, stuff. Okay, so Tom's just had his 2 minutes to OT.
I'm gonna a lot of time for any interesting spot rates. But we'll try and bubble as well. Just slightly, just to release some CO2.
I don't know.
So, no, this is definitely out of the blue. It's releasing
I would say no. I think it does.
smart money's on.
Yeah. Just saw Florian walking around behind us now, which makes me feel like he's not going to die again. So it's going to, sorry, it was
Yeah.
OT 20 minutes. Just giving him a lot of time to get ready. But could be wrong.
I mean, 9:54, you're done for the day. Let's see if we get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
1 minute.
She's going to be his nose clip on. Interestingly for me with Tom, I feel like he doesn't ever look that relaxed when he's old. See, some people are like just motionless or set up. Whereas Tommy still kind of looks around. This is nose clip on. Even on someone who's pretty long training dive, like 6 or 7 minutes, he'll just turn around and place them to go. Like, oh yeah, don't have to do this before he starts his dive. You know how he does it. Yeah, I'm going to do a good dive to be fairly zoned out.
No, it's good. I love it.
Okay, so he's packing. Tom really worked. He's really worked on his packing over the years. Yeah, Tom will make a real effort. Increase his packing to see how many packs he does. Really gets his lungs full. He's working on his lung capacity. And you can see what he has to do. See how, oh yeah, well, he works on his chest flexibility so that his back there is almost kind of like arched with the amount of flexibility he has in his rear ribs. His lungs kind of pushing out the back there. Almost kind of like a bit of a hunchback style. That's just huge lung capacity. So, is Florian right? He's right there. He is. Okay.
He checked in.
All right. So, contrary to my rumors, Florian is going to die. He's just, oh, maybe that's why he's just not doing such a long day. Tom looking not as relaxed as he normally would. First minute. Do you know how he gets his time up though? He's like up at wait.
I
4 minutes.
think he waits quite long because even his contractions are quite long.
Mm.
I'm surprised. I mean, he normally trains the music, but he's great to have times each day, I think. So the reason massive attack.
Yeah, is that with those underwater headphones? Or
No, he's just going to speak out and you can hear it through the water.
yeah,
It's quite relaxing, you know what's going on.
yeah. Yeah, I think Tom tends to like silence for the first few minutes at least. Just to zone out. He say his contractions come like well beyond 4 minutes and they 4 or 5 minutes. He blocks them. So he really just enjoys kind of spacing out at the start of his dives. It's like getting into a dreamy state. Opposed to, even though there's some of the the top guys you saw earlier on today, like Ben and Florian, they get much more regular updates, every minute all the time. From what I recall, like Florian's program on Mod Shelves, like a 3 and a 4 and a 5 minute coaching program. And the reason he does that, it's that each minute he has like a different task to do. Like first minute's relaxing, muscles, second minute's let his thoughts drift off to somewhere pleasant, contractions, etc. But yeah, with Tom, it's much more just like silent, chilling out, start. All the work comes a bit later. Contraction start. So just passing 3 minutes now. Good crowd around the corners here. The commentary booth. Obviously, Tom is a UK national record holder at 8:22. I think he did that last year. They've been working on that for a long time, just steadily getting better. Doing a lot of competitions, organizing a lot of competitions, partly so that he could dive in them, and partly just to get used to it. Ben was saying earlier about the difficulty he has performing in comps versus in training, but everything is especially relevant for static. So Tom just had built up a lot of comp experience. Just steadily increased his times until he broke the UK record, which has been standing for a long time. I think 15 years or something like that. He's been standing for. It was the longest standing UK record. So he's coming up to 4:30. So over halfway through any dive, expect. You all know what his PB is recently in training? 9. Yeah, I was there. Yeah. Clean. Sick. Nice. So like pull out the mic, but he's done 9, very clean 9 in training recently.
Not so recent. I think I was doing the world champs when he
Right. Okay, yeah. So he was almost training for the world champs in Japan in June, July. But made the decision not to go. Very last minute decision, yeah. Just like a week or 2 out. So he was in excellent form. And did a dive, I think, at home on the same day as the static day in Japan. I think that's when he broke 9 minutes. So if he's managed to maintain that form, then yeah, maybe we do see. Yeah.
I'm sure you
I think
can.
now he's getting updates from his coach, being told the time. So I guess his contractions have started, he's working on blocking them. I think, he's often minute to 30 seconds less comment he's in training, right? So that would still translate to actually something like 8:30 form. But as we discussed today, he's tired. It's a lot of stress with with this live stream. Anyone saw a live stream dropping out earlier, it was Tom who was fixing it. So he's not had the most relaxing prep for this dive. Hands on the wall. But generally, Tom spent a long time with his hands on the wall at the end of the dive. Doesn't necessarily mean he's coming up. Oh, he is. Okay. Okay, I very good fix it there at 6:30. So, yeah. If I was right, which is if he's going short, he's going to go like. So I guess he decided it wasn't his day to push. Maybe contractions came early, got less sensations, so he's not pushed on. He has a lot of opportunities. He's got potentially four more holds for the rest of the comp. So yeah, no need to like overly stress yourself if the diet's not going great for him today. So he's got a 6:30, which is a decent-ish training dive for him. Getting used to the pool again. And, so hopefully he'll do better tomorrow. Okay. But I mean, he seems pleased with it. So maybe, like I say, in previous comps, Tom's like his first hold tried to get a nice 6 minutes or a nice 6:30, and then use that as a way of kind of benchmarking how the next day hold should go. So if that was good for him, then that could be like a really good progress towards tomorrow. Okay, so last diver now should be Florian. Again, is diving by himself. His OT is in 12 minutes. We had a long chat with him earlier after his first dive, and he was pretty clear that he's not going to push this one. He pushed this morning, got to 9:45, and then said he was suddenly very hypoxic at 9:45, and so that was as much as he had this morning, and so he's not going to try and go again this afternoon. He's going to take it at the training dive. He's going to do something 8 minutes plus, saying 8:30, or he said if his ego takes over, that's 9 minutes. So not expecting a lot from him, but hopefully he gets a nice 8-9 minute dive. Helps settle him in. Maybe he learns, he changes some variables from this morning's dive, and see if he gets better sensations as a result.
Talks about him.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Right. Leave this.
Yeah, I just shouted to Cecilia.
Not a maybe you, but
From people 6.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
She was hoping for 6.
She's close. Yeah. So I don't know if you heard that off mic, but Cecilia's PB was actually 6, so our stats were a bit out of date. So she was hoping for that today. Didn't quite get there, but decently close. So it's good comp versus training differential static.
yeah, I think she's got great potential.
Yeah, she's barely been diving.
But her ability to push for chat once.
Well, Garth presumably isn't going again unless he's going in his clothes.
No, mate, I'm not going again. Happy to hand over the mic so that I can get your interview post that live. Thank you very much for letting me sit in the chair.
No, you're welcome.
Thanks for joining. So how was that? Was that a good
Um,
6:30 or a struggle
It was
6:30?
actually probably a bit better than I was hoping for, even before today. And
Okay.
and yeah, when I went for this, I was thinking it for probably 4 minutes. I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to do anything that's going to be stressful. But yeah, it felt good. But I did hyperventilate like a train.
Okay.
My warm up was 3, 4, 5 with short breathe ups, doing like Wim Hof style breathing, and then when
Well, that just you didn't have time.
yeah, you know my warm up usually takes like 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Short and warm up. Okay. And so you were approaching that as just like easing your way into the competition?
Just getting good vibes. Yeah. That was the aim for today. Get good vibes, and then we'll see. Tomorrow might have a rest, and then maybe Monday just go for it.
Nice. So then where did your contractions start for you?
Oh, well done, Joe. They didn't actually.
Okay. 6:30 with no
No,
contractions.
I was blocking for
Yes.
probably a minute, but they were easy to block. They were very. Yeah, that's just the hyperventilation.
Okay. Nice. If I hyperventilated, I would be blacked out by then. So
Yeah, the
Pretty good.
sensations were good for a long hold, but I knew with the amount of breathing I'd done, that was no way, and the short warm up.
yeah, tired and stressed.
Yeah.
All right. You gonna rest tomorrow?
I'll see, but maybe if I sleep really well, I'll have a go tomorrow. But I
Yeah.
think more likely on Monday, to be honest.
Okay. I can do 2 on Monday.
Try and get it done on the first one, like we were discussing earlier. It's just nice knowing that there's the second one in case, like today, where all of the technology went a bit weird.
All right. Good stuff.
It seems the technology works better for static, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For our dynamics, unfortunately, we had all these live overlays planned for the week and have, as usual, we didn't have the capacity to like come here and do testing with the full setup. So there was a few issues.
Although dynamics are easier to commentate on.
Yeah, there's less time,
Yeah.
and it's something that you're better at doing.
Yeah, and there's less weight between the dives as well.
Yeah. Although it was a little bit rushed for the media, I think.
Yeah, well, you know, it's your confidence trying to get the dives out of the way and get that
That's
snap.
true. There was 10 minutes between OTs in each lane.
Yeah.
So everyone should have had like at least 5 minutes or 6 minutes in there.
No, it was good. I mean, the athletes were in the lane, but yeah, on the commentary side, it was quite. He was talking to get all the athletes into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, we need a couple more volunteers tomorrow
Full side interviews.
to help with the media stuff.
So Florian's like 7 minutes away now from his own team.
Right. Let's go.
I was speaking to Ben earlier, saying Florian just does one RV and one full lunge.
Yeah, just this.
Yeah.
So quite short. And then Florian
Yeah,
himself was saying,
You can go left or right.
Okay, so this is going to be like a recovery hold, right?
yeah. So he said something like 8:30, or if his ego takes over 9 minutes. But yeah, I don't know if you heard his chat. Yeah, he was saying that 9:45 was pretty much all he had. He suddenly got exhausted very quickly. So that came up. So and I think he had a little bit of a shake.
Yeah, I think he did have a little bit of a shake, which is unusual. I haven't
Well, he
seen him,
kind of walked away, didn't he?
seen him
While
do
he
that
was-
for a long time. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like,
protocol.
like kind of moved a little bit sideways.
Yeah. So like certainly there's some stress there of the nervous system. So yeah, just gonna take it easy, I think now.
He's experimenting with different breathing, different breathe ups, and he told me, I don't know if he told you on the stream, but he told me that he hadn't eaten, so it was a much longer fasting period than he hadn't eaten yesterday or today.
Right.
So I think just from what I understand about physiology, I think that that's always going to be a little bit risky.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot less CO2 because metabolizing fat produces less CO2, but it actually uses more molecules of oxygen. So I suspect a little bit of sugar will be helpful. See if it changes that for tomorrow.
Well, he's eaten something, but he did say he's not going to push in the
For
after.
this one, he said he had some coconut or something, some sugar.
Yeah. But we'll see. It's good just to get back in the pool and try out, like, experiment with your, like, some slight changes to your warm up, the timings. You mentioned as well, obviously, he was coaching both his other athletes before his dive. Change that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's,
it was a bit of a busy day.
yeah, so it's a bit more adrenaline than you need when you're coaching someone else.
Okay, for the last few minutes while we're waiting, I'm just realised I'm wearing a Zen freediving top, so I'm just going to give a bit of a shout out to our sponsors.
Oh yeah.
I'm super grateful. It's the first time we've ever really tried to get proper sponsorship. So, first of all, Zen has provided vouchers for their services and online store, so that's really cool. Then we've got Rockaby protein shakes. They've given us 60 bottles of protein, which is really good. The athletes maybe after their dives tonight can have some of
I
those.
was talking about them earlier. I love rugby. They got really
Yeah,
good
me
flavors.
too.
Yeah.
They've got a double espresso version. So I live on them, and they're my breakfast meals.
Nice.
Get a bit of an extra kick while I'm waiting for the other coffee to brew.
Who's next?
Yeah, so we've got Urban Flow donating some open water yacht trips around Singapore. Then we've got Phoenix Rehab, who
You
are
missed one, didn't you?
therapists, a very well-known physiotherapy station here. Yeah, I'll come to the main ones at the end. So yeah, Rockaby are providing physio and sports massages to the overall winners, which is a really cool event.
Not probably.
Phoenix, so that's the
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we've
That'd be
got
great.
yeah, Phoenix. Then we have got GetECstatic, who have sponsored the media. That's all we're sponsoring, and the comp.
Covering my salary.
Yeah, covering Pete's enormous salary. Ocean Hugs have provided some ponchos and some tube socks, which are actually really cool. The tube socks I'm going to be getting for myself to wear during static. They've got cool designs, but they help you slip your legs into your wetsuits, even if you've got your
Nice. That's like my pro tip: is put your socks back on to get your wetsuit on.
get your wetsuit.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, works super well.
Lazyfish.
That's giggling behind me.
She's up next on the sponsor side of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Freedive with Pat.
Oh, that's like freed over with Pat.
She's sponsoring some free vouchers, free cookies. Yeah, she's provided a lot of cookies, trying to make us all fail our statics by eating cookies. But she's also giving vouchers for discovery courses, free discovery courses for athletes or athletes' friends. They're transferable. Okay, and then
Fish.
we've got barbarian nose clips. I have to mention them because they're beautiful, handmade wooden nose clips from Bali. They have been really, really cool and donated nose clips for all of our discipline winners. So all of our winners in each discipline, men and female, men and women, will get a nose clip or a EQ tool. We've also got some sales, so if anyone wants one, come and buy. Any proceeds, any margin will go to charity. And then Lazy Fish have sponsored a fin bag. And finally, our other platinum or premium sponsor is Prussian Blue, who have given us 2 pairs of carbon fiber travel fins. If you haven't seen the Prussian Blue fins, I recommend you have a look. They are incredibly light.
What's a travel fin? Like,
For those who are using them, they swear by them.
what's a travel fin? It's short.
It's a short fin, short carbon fin, but they really perform well. They're the lightest fins by far on the market. Yeah, really great. So yeah, thank you to all the sponsors. And now we just got 30 seconds before flows down. Pete, I'm going to hand back to you because I actually need to eat something, so I haven't had any food yet today.
Stuff. All right.
I'll be back in a minute too.
Okay, so Florian's already starting his packing. 10 seconds. He does a little bit of a pause just to let his lungs relax, to add some more in, avoid getting tension. So it's down easily at +3. Is it just me or is he wearing a different wetsuit from this morning? Okay.
Yeah, he was.
So, not sure why. Maybe because it's got warmer.
Yeah,
Yes.
Or maybe, yeah, maybe the
he did mention during the interview, I think, like, if it's warm.
it changes it up. Yeah. And also, it's pretty miserable putting a wet wetsuit back on, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so he's got his slick gold suit on at the moment. And you can see, yeah, like it's a little bit less buoyant than it was this morning. He seems to be floating a little bit lower in the water. His legs were a bit higher in the morning, bigger suit. For me, they'll be less comfortable. I know it matters to Florian. I mentioned earlier, like the legs higher, your body can be a little bit more stretched out, a little bit less pressure on your diaphragm, your glottis, contracted a little bit lighter. But it's very still and quiet now compared to earlier. A lot of the other athletes have left. It's nice and chilled for his atmosphere. We don't have a timer up.
There is there.
It's not updated. So we're just coming up to 140. Oh yeah, there's a timer on the bottom. Yeah, okay, yeah. 2 minutes. So, yeah, Florian, best result, as you mentioned earlier, 10:30 was a number of years back, and that's number 2. Not even a national record, because the AIDA world record is held by Frenchman.
Affandi.
Yeah, with an incredible, absolutely incredible 11:35. Fresh, not even any signs of hypoxia. Incredible. Samba, still pink lips, pink nails. I mean, just nailed it. Extra 3.5 minutes on his previous shoot. Yeah, exceptional. And never to be repeated, not even close. So Florian is still not the national record holder. And it's been a while since he's done even 10:30 in comp. He did 10
only one or potentially two in Jeju a couple of years ago. He himself the gold medal, which was yeah, an excellent performance.
Yeah. That was a special moment. We were there.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to do.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, competition.
First world championship as well.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, competitions always have a little bit of extra pressure because you know it's going to be registered and recorded. But obviously, the Worlds is like another level. For all the best athletes there. It's just a lot of media, a lot of attention, and everyone knew, you're going for 10 minutes under the gold. Oh yeah.
Talking of gold, that gold wetsuit looks great on the underwater cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, we were saying he switched it up from this morning. He's gone for a lighter one. It's a bit warmer now.
Okay, yeah.
But I think he's, sitting lower in the water because of it.
Yeah,
His legs
it's true. His legs are down.
I don't know whether or not.
I know he used to very much like having his feet up. I remember some of his early YouTube videos.
He put a noodle under it.
Noodles,
Yeah.
sandals on.
Yeah, sandals. Yeah, I tried that a
Good
couple of
trip, good
times.
trip.
The problem with the sandals was it was quite hard to get your feet back down again sometimes. That slip on the pool when you're trying to get back up. You need a really good buddy just to remove it from you when you're at the right time.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, he's just passing 4 minutes, 4:30.
yeah, coming up to 420 now. I would love it if he just ignored what he said and just pushed on through. But
I mean,
see,
it could happen, right? Like when you're anticipating a short hold,
yeah, it doesn't go well.
great, then
Less pressure.
many people get PBs and static when they're not really trying to get one.
Yeah, and as you say, he's eating, right? So yeah, there's a downside to that, but actually there's upside as well if you've been fasting and breaking fast. Me and Garth would take bets whether you're going to go over 7:30 or not.
It was the sensations were good enough to do it. But I could already hear one of my hypoxia tells is like the ringing in my ears, which is there all the time because I'm old, and just gets slightly louder.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And I could hear that increase in volume. So I think just because I breathed, I did a lot of breathing and I breathed for 5 minutes. So
yeah.
I think it would have been risky really to push much more than 7.
Well, I said if you did go to 7:30, you go all the way, and you're more likely to stop around 6:30.
It's definitely true.
I heard a podcast this week that nurse.
Oh, that's cool. Was it the ear crystal thing where you have to go upside down?
No, that's for. Weird as that sound, that's not true though, is it? Ear crystals. Ear crystals, I think that's got to be nonsense.
Yeah, no, it is actually
That's
true.
how it works.
And
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever a permanent fix, so it's probably kind of like sort stuff out in the short term. That's 6 minutes.
Yeah, obviously still looking relaxed, but it would be at 6 minutes. Still no real movement. I can just see the hands just moving slightly underwater there. So I guess his contractions are maybe starting. Maybe that's just from being moved a second ago.
Everyone's slowly watching the little green line at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Crawling out.
Towards the
Like watching paint dry.
So if he's to be believed, he's only got like a minute or two left.
A little bit of movement. I don't know if that's his safety that's causing waves or if it's just beginnings of some
That was a safety.
big contractions. Still can't see any contractions.
Yeah. Is that Aaron's safety?
Did Florian talk about blocking at all when he was interviewed earlier?
Can't
Can't remember.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't think I asked him directly
It
about
seems
it.
to be one of his big things. He really focuses on just blocking all contractions for as long as possible. Yeah, I believe that if you can do it, there probably is some oxygen saving to be had. If your muscles are contracting hard, then
Yeah.
must be using up some some oxygen.
I guess it depends
Might as well.
how you're blocking it, right? 'Cause there's different techniques. I find some techniques maybe take as much effort to block it as to let go. Depends how big the contractions are that day as well. So we're up to 8 minutes into the business end of the dive. So
Hands are still
he's
down.
not even moved.
This is
So I feel like
I know it's just unfair, isn't it?
unless he's just going to come up very quickly, it seems like he might be doing more than 9 minutes here. But you never know. He might just be like, I mean, you came up pretty quick as well, right? Maybe just enjoying the dive and then just pop up when it's time to come up if he doesn't want to push it.
Can you see Aaron whispering a few things? There's some coaching happening. A few little whispers in his ear.
It's 8:30 already. Actually, 8:40. He said if his ego took over, he'd go to 9. I'm
Yeah.
beginning to think that he might just be going quite
But
long
it's
on
looking
this.
pretty damn good right now.
It is
So
looking pretty good. Yeah. I mean, not even starting to move. You know, his hands are moving slightly there with the contractions, but there's not much.
9-minute
movement.
holds, kind of akin to my 6-minute hold that I just did.
Yeah, well, he's past 9 there, and he is reaching
Hands
quickly now.
coming up.
Okay, but very, very slowly. Maybe he just wants to experiment and see where the hypoxia kicks in. Not like too hypoxic, but
After a little bit of sugar.
in his experience, you know, he'll be able to judge like how hypoxic he is and whether or not it kicks in as early as it did yesterday. So we're at 9:22 now, 9:25, and he's got both hands up.
Still can't see any
Yeah,
big
it's
contraction in his neck. There's no neck crunching. Or
And it's not exactly progressing to the exit either. So he's at 9:35.
you can see the arch on his back. That's
Okay, here's-
technique for
He wants the time. He's asking for the time. He's been told it. It's 9:45. I mean, it's going quite long now. He's definitely not doing an easy hold. 9:50 is beyond what he did this morning. Oh, and he's up. So 9:55 it looked like to me. Actually,
okay. This is looking much cleaner at the moment. No shakes.
yeah, I mean, that's a better hold than this morning, right?
Yeah.
This morning it was 10 seconds less, and there was a bit of a samba and a bit of a stroll around the dive area.
Yeah.
That was clean. And nearly at 10 minutes. 9:55, I think we got it on our clock.
So looks like the sugar may have helped a bit.
Yeah, I think so. Not what we were expecting to see. Maybe not what he was expected to do. But I guess if it feels good, right, you just keep going. But I wonder now how that affects his plan for the rest of the comp. He had said that he planned to do maxes in the morning.
Yeah.
That's a white card, and they look very
Okay.
good.
That's good.
Yes.
Not bad. Doing a 9:45 and a 9:55 in one day.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, he said he had planned to do maxes in the morning and then easy ones in the afternoon. But with that being better than his morning dive, I wonder whether or not that means he changes his
Might
plans
change his
tomorrow.
approach.
Yeah. We'll see. Or whether or not there's something he learned off that he'll apply on
Yeah.
his morning dive tomorrow.
Yeah. Morning dive. Maybe a little sugar before, or have a meal tonight.
Yeah. Quite a dive. We're just waiting on the official time.
9:54.
9:54. Yeah. So
Bad.
9 seconds more than he got this morning. So yeah, some good dives in the afternoon session. Obviously, Cecilia doing a lot better than her first one. Benoit taking it a little bit easier. Fitri, we didn't speak to her, but I guess also taking it easier.
Teoh went to 5:42. I didn't see that. I was warming up. That's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good.
And then Aaron also doing a very measured dive to 5 minutes. He just counted down to that, so it's obviously in the plan. Yourself doing a hyperventilated 6:30, just having some fun. And Florian doing a massive 9:54. So wait and see how
And
that
Ben
picks
did an
up
8 as
tomorrow.
well. I didn't see that either.
How many of these guys are doing just static the whole time? Because obviously it's a 3-day comp, but you're free to choose any dive any day. A lot of these, have we got different people
So,
static tomorrow?
I think Aaron, Florian, and Benoit, Ben are all just static only.
Uh-huh.
Problem with doing static at that level is
Thanks.
it's really hard to do it and maintain muscle and training for other disciplines. So
Yeah.
it's almost one or the other.
Yeah.
There's a few exceptions, like Hiker. I don't know. She's just an amazing all-rounder and seems to be able
Sure.
to do both. But most people aren't like that.
I'll end it with you.
But are we going to see any of these other athletes tomorrow?
Wonder.
I mean yourself, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Garth, not.
I'll do one tomorrow, I think, but whether it's on both sessions, I don't know yet.
Okay. Most people are just doing like one static day though, right? And a couple of dynamics.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see actually. There's quite a few gaps in the scoreboard there.
Yeah. Not everyone. I mean, I think if you do a good dive in the morning, you don't necessarily want to do another one. Or if you're like Garth, you've discovered something that doesn't work.
Yes.
Go
Okay, so I think with that, we can probably wrap up the.
The dynamic.
Oh, actually, sorry, we have a
Yeah. Okay. Right. So
special returning
there
guest.
was a dynamic.
Yep.
Because Daryl's countdown earlier was interrupted.
Yep.
So
I think he didn't
only
start.
had a
I think he didn't start on time, so he didn't hear the 2 minutes to go. Countdown wasn't started on time, so we only heard the 1:30.
in situations like that, when it's out of your control, then the organizer or the judges actually are able to make a decision on the restart, and so he was awarded a restart.
You don't need to go through the whole appeal after the competition, because obviously then all they do is say, yeah, you could die the next day, so there's not much help. So he's got to, because it was early on in the comp, was able to have the appeal looked at and
Get that going.
was given a redive. A lot of panic here in the commentary station because we're trying to switch over from the static cameras to the dynamic cameras. So yeah, Daryl's got to redive. He did a 200 meters this morning, and I mean it was a very good dive. He looked like he could have got it. Just for a split second, just lost that focus that you need during the surface protocol. With the hypoxia or the sort of kicking in or the blood pressure dropping. Just a critical moment after he'd removed his goggles and he needed to go and remove his nose clip. Instead, he flashed the OK sign. So that's a red card straight away. He then proceeded to remove his goggles and then make another OK sign. But so he was absolutely fine, didn't need any assistance or anything. But that got him a red card. But as Tom mentioned, due to the error with his countdown pre-dive, he was able to appeal. He's got a redive now. So I imagine we'll see something pretty similar again. I met Daryl for the first time in Japan, where he did 200 meters there with the monofin, which was, I think, a big PB for him at the time, up to something like 155 or around there. Daryl was hitting PBs, dynamic bifins. He took it easy on the static. I don't remember if he did no fins in Japan. He might have gone on holiday, traveled around Japan. I certainly did that on the rest day. And he's flown in from the UK just a couple of days ago, I think. So the jet lag, which might work out for him because now it is 7:30 in the morning UK time. So it might suit him a little bit more than his earlier dive time, which would have been something like 4 a.m. UK time. So maybe this works a little bit better with his body's circadian rhythm. Obviously, he'll be a little bit tired from the dive this morning, but potentially we'll get something similar or even better. Now, I don't know, he's not been competing that long, I think. He started competing like this year or last year, but I don't really know how long he's been training. I know he does focus on monofins, like it's his kind of preferred discipline. I recall he told me something along the lines of that, he's chosen to focus on that and get good at that. Well, one discipline rather than kind of spread across them. His bifins is very decent as well. Certainly, monofin is preferred. Interesting noise in the background there. We've got some scuba divers training in the pool on the other side. So Daryl's OT, I don't have it written down here.
2:30.
2:30. So 3 minutes to go. Hopefully, get the speaker downstairs on time. This time.
Can you not see?
Did anyone
you not
commentate
see
on
my
this
glass?
first site?
I think that was no. I think that was right when we started having issues.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we got Daryl's first dive on commentary. Okay, so 2 minutes to go.
Can't see what I'm doing.
Just trying to get the dynamic graphics loaded up for you. It's 1:30 to go. Daryl is just standing in the lane without his goggles or nose clip on yet. Nice and relaxed. Still with the space gear off. It's 1 minute to go. Seems to be his signal to put his nose clip and goggles on. A minute to go. He's all set now. It's got nice conditions now. Everything's nice and quiet still. All the other divers have relaxed.
Just guess when it gets to 12. That's
Okay, to focus.
25, so you can see, right?
Get calm. Ten seconds to go. Here we go on the screen.
Mm.
Started packing with about 7-8 seconds to go. Not too many packs. He's gone at +3.
What I heard is that Daryl trains 4 times a week.
Wow.
Trains 1 day for just technique, service. So that's 5 days a week.
Oh, 4+ step strokes. Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Um,
Um,
So it's just focusing on
monitoring, yeah. Yeah. Mentioned.
the big things that he doesn't have.
Click it. Click it.
Got to do 4 days a week. Each discipline, that's for sure.
While Dimitri and Arnaldo basically do at least one more dynamic. Try not to buy.
So from what I can see, it doesn't really seem to glide much, right?
Fine.
Oh, so 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, his kicks are quite. Actually, I'm not really seeing a pattern to it. Oh, he's come up. Okay, maybe that's why I didn't see a pattern. Looks like he's not enjoying himself there. He's come up about 100. Okay. It is hard to, as we discussed with the static side of things, right? It's hard to sort of get the focus and go back again, do it again. And obviously, he just wasn't feeling that dive. Yeah, I was saying his technique seemed to be a bit start-stop, sometimes gliding, sometimes not. And yeah, just not really feeling it. Maybe tired from before, or maybe just the stress of having to get yourself prepped again, and if you haven't eaten all day, or if you have eaten.
Or just even just the refocusing.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of focus to do a long dive. And if you have to do it twice,
Yeah, and it's all that sort of stress and frustration of like talking to the judges, getting it redone, and that. Yeah, but I mean, he seems happy enough with what's that? Oh,
Speed.
so his speed was 1.1 meters a second. You can see there. Pretty fast, like 50 seconds for 50. Oh no, sorry, that's that. My math's terrible. 48, something like that. So I'm not sure what he's going to be doing on the other days, but I imagine more dynamic. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to dive every day. We'll see.
okay.
Yeah,
About 35 seconds left, isn't it?
is it? God, my maths is awful.
5 seconds left.
Okay. So
That's with you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly worth trying to go again.
Sorry about the crazy.
With max efforts like that, you never really know what it's going to be like until you go, and then you find out once you've started your dive. I think other sports you can sort of feel how tired you are. You've got a pretty good idea if you've done a max deadlift whether or not you could muster another one. But with diving, often you just don't know how it's going to go until you start the dive. So you kind of find out while you're doing it.
So that's, yeah.
So it's worth giving it another go, though it didn't work out for it.
Well, we got 2 more tries.
2 more tries, yeah, absolutely. That's it
I think
today in
yeah,
terms of divers.
yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be sharing new live links on our Instagram, but if you check out our GetECstatic YouTube or just go to intotheunknown.overdive.app, you'll see the website with the embedded link. So until then, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And
See you
goodbye.
tomorrow.